Tuesday today. Well, I'm on day 30 of my cycle. AF has not arrived yet. It could be that my cycle hasn't settled yet since the miscarriage, because I'm only on cycle 3 after the miscarriage. I did think it would settle quite soon, as I was only like just under 6 weeks when I miscarried. So I don't know, perhaps my body's taken a bit longer to adjust. As you remember, my first period was at 33 days, because you time your bleed as your miscarriage as day 1. So 33 days was the first one, 23 was the second one. This would have been my third one. So I was expecting, really rule of thumb, to come on Sunday day 28 or Monday yesterday day 29 if things were back to normal. But yeah, like I say, today is Tuesday. I've got no symptoms are coming on. I don't feel CME, I don't feel tummy achy. I did feel a little back achy and periody yesterday, late in the evening. That, as we know, can be like early signs of pregnancy. That's why so many people think they're coming on their period and actually could be pregnant, because the PMS symptoms are so damn similar. You know, sore nipples. I have had a sore nipple one side. I don't really get sore nipples on periods, but sometimes I have done. So do you know what I mean? There's nothing, apart from being super thirsty and super tired, but I'm putting that down to the hot weather that we've got at the moment and kids going back to school. There's nothing pointing out, yes, I'm pregnant, yes, I'm pregnant. This video is going to be shocking quality. You can probably only make out my face just about and just about hear me. It's because it is super sunny and I'm on my way to reflexology. As I said to you before, I'm having it twice a week now, just to get things going when I can. Also because my back was a bit niggly in the week. So Tuesdays and Fridays are quite good days because my little one's at nursery just for a couple of hours. I've also got a stash of food to drop at Katrina's. I've been baking for her because, as you know, she's my lovely friend who's just had her first baby, and I've taken her a few meals round, but I just felt I had a bit of time on my hands yesterday. I didn't go too far out the house because my kids, 2 of my kids felt a bit coldy yesterday. Nothing like COVID. They just had they just had snotty noses, but I didn't let them go into school because I just felt blowing your nose and sneezing isn't great this time of year. But my kids were playing in the garden so much, wanting to go on the Xbox, wanting to colour in, wanting to play with their toys. Ate me out of a house and home, literally did not stop eating, snacking and drinking, and no temperature. So today they were off back at school. But I did say to the teachers, I got 2 very snotty children that can't stop sneezing, and she said they can come in with colds as long as they've got hankies and wash their hands. It's just high temperature, lack of taste buds and things like that. That's the telltale signs. I went, no, they're eating loads. I haven't had to give medicine. I gave them a little bit of medicine just before they went to bed, a little bit of, I hate medicine. I'm really not a medicine fan. In fact, the littlest one's probably only had medicine 4 or 5 times in her whole 3.5 years that she's been born, because I just prefer to go down the route of like eucalyptus cream on their chest for colds, and lavender and peppermint burning for their breathing, and I like to put lavender on their pillows. I do all of that, and we do like steamy baths and things before we go down the route. But I did give them a little bit of medicine on, I think it was Sunday, just before a football match. But yesterday, literally, they just had lots of fluids to drink, and do you know what? They were absolutely fine. So I had a lot of time on my hands yesterday, so I made a gorgeous vegan butterbean and cashew vegetable curry. I made it for 4 people, so I've given Katrina 3 lots because I'm sure she'll want 2 helpings, and I've portioned myself out some for tonight. And I made some lovely bliss balls, energy balls, which are great at hand. Don't have to be pregnant, you don't have to be vegan, they are absolutely delicious. And that is just, I think actually I've done a vlog years ago, about 2 or 3 years ago on here when I was making them, and it literally is blitzing up dates, prunes, fresh nuts, fresh cacao powder or cocoa powder, and the tiniest drizzle of maple syrup. And I put a little bit of vanilla extract in mine just to make them extra yummy, and they make about 16 balls literally, and I had 3 of those yesterday. I was such a pig. I really had a sweet tooth, so I had 3 of those yesterday, which is another sign. Could I be pregnant? No. Could I be coming on? No, just don't know, because when I'm due my period, I get a little bit of a sweet tooth on me. Not great, but you know, I just like comfort food a couple of days before. By that I mean, you know, like, you know, I just like my cereal bars or my Bliss balls, or maybe a little bit of extra dark chocolate. So yeah, I had 3 Bliss balls yesterday, and they are quite filling. I mean, most normal people probably only have 1 or 2. But anyhow, made some of those for Katrina too. I made some for Jan as well, who does reflexology. I just literally put 4 or 5 in a bag as a little gift. But I've done Katrina obviously a lot more because she's breastfeeding, and honestly, like, you need a good pint of water near you when you're breastfeeding, obviously, to make the milk. But there's nothing nicer. I found my go-to snack when I was breastfeeding was rice cakes with whole nut peanut butter on the top, or Bliss balls that I made. Literally, you can have 2 or 3 of those in a day, and they really do give you that little natural sugar spike, which is really nice. So yeah, I am on day 30 of my cycle. No sign of the period. A few telltale signs which could mean I'm coming on anytime soon, but they are so, I don't feel like I'm coming on my period. I normally feel really like a little bit tummy achy and a bit moody, and like I say, I do like my comfort food. That's probably my symptoms when I'm coming on. Well, yes, I've wanted a bit of comfort food. Felt a bit tummy achy, back achy last night, probably about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. But no CM, and I normally get CM just the day before my period. You know, I'm completely dry, and then a little bit of CM and nothing. So I don't know. Maybe I'm going to have a longer cycle and come on day 33 again, and then things will go back to normal, and then I'll fall pregnant, and that's what Vashti sees, more of a fire sign baby, which would mean falling pregnant end of October, beginning in November. So perhaps I am going to have a longer cycle this one, come on AF in a few days time, have my 4 or 5 day period, and then not fall this time but the next time. I don't know, that's if Vashti's seeing the signs right. Or the other scenario could be, which again, me plucking positivity out like I always do, we baby danced right up to day 18, so that was quite good. We sort of covered mid-cycle, which I thought would be mid-cycle, like the day 12 and day 13. But I'm thinking, remember I did the OPK and it was nearly what I thought would be positive. On day 12 I did an OPK and I thought, oh my goodness, that's nearly positive. I bet you I'll be positive tomorrow. And I did it and it was back to candy stripe. So I thought either I've missed my spike and it happened in the night, or perhaps I was spiking but my urine was weak when I did that test, or perhaps I haven't spiked yet. Perhaps it was just saying, yeah, the LH is there but not strong enough to release that hormone to release the egg. So there was 3 possible scenarios there. I'm thinking, okay, so I thought maybe the P was too weak and my ovulation was around that time. So one of you said, I reckon you probably spiked in the night of day 12. So when it was positive, sort of almost positive at 3 o'clock, perhaps I spiked in the night and I just didn't have a massive surge this time. So my ovulation pain wasn't as notched up as usual. But then I was thinking, this is me grasping at straws. I know, and I know you lot are going to say, Ingrid, you're not pregnant. No, look, I did 2 tests yesterday and put them on Instagram. Ingy Mum Love, if you want to go and see. And they're as blank as. I mean, I did think I saw a shadow of a line on the top one, but again, that was me clutching at straws. They were both done with morning P. One was done day 28 on Sunday morning. Sorry, stuttering. The British, the home buy one, bargain buy one, was a cheap test. You get 2 for £1. Done that on Sunday morning P, negative as. Did the blue Waitrose own one, which again, you get 2 tests for about £4. They're not super sensitive, but they're not crap. They're mediocre tests. I did that yesterday morning thinking if I'm pregnant it should show, but that's me saying if I ovulated day 12, day 13. What if this is me plucking positivity out? And I'll probably come on today, I expect, and say, oh, I look a div now doing that video. What if I wasn't ovulating then? It was just a very slight LH surge that was detected by that thing. And I ovulated later, because my cycle was going to be a bit later this time. What if I ovulated day 18, day 19? We baby danced on day 18. We've definitely covered day 16 as well. because we did it every other day. We were just going to keep going, wasn't we? So do you remember I told you we did day 12 and day 13, missed 14, and we definitely did day 16 and day 18. So I covered like 7 baby dances all through the crucial time, and then we stopped at day 18 because I just didn't want to mess up any goodness if we'd done it. Do you know what I mean? I didn't want to carry on baby dancing if I was already pregnant because of like a miscarriage. I didn't want to disturb things, if you know what I mean. I'm just a little bit cautious, so I sort of do it all over ovulation and then I stop. But that's why I stop. I don't stop because, you know, it's best to do regular baby dancing right the way through your cycle, really. But I just stop because of the miscarriages, really. But what if, going back to the point, what if I ovulated day 18, 19 when I wasn't OPKing? Because I did my last OPK on day 13 with you guys on vlog when it was weak, and I said, oh, I might do one tonight, and I didn't bother. What? I didn't OPK anymore. Didn't really have any massive signs, but I did have some mild ovulation, well, mild pain on the side, probably about 4 or 5 days ago. And I was thinking then, I wonder if I didn't have any loads of CM. I had a little bit, but not loads. What if I was blooming ovulating then and I'd miscalculated ovulation? My body was doing different things because of my age or because of the miscarriage, and I was ovulating day 18, day 19, and I just didn't pick it up. Then we could think, well, Aaron's seed should be there because we baby dance right up to day 18. Sperm normally lives 3 to 5 days in a healthy environment, and I've been very healthy, so has Aaron. So there is good news that Aaron and I baby danced day 18. The sperm could be there for another 3 to 5 days. I could have ovulated later, and I'm day 30 today. But on a really good case scenario, say like my peak ovulation was day 20, day 18 to day 20, I'd only be 10 days past ovulation today. Do you see what I mean? Because I'm day 30. And 10 DPO, not many people get positive results. You can on those first response, or if you're really super sensitive, but some people do not get a positive till a week after their period. They recommend you test a week after your period, or at least the day you're due your period. And us being pee on a stick addicts, all test like soon as we can at 7-8 DPO, knowing damn well implantation occurs between 6 and 12 DPO. If I ovulated day 18 when we baby danced, I would only be 12 days past ovulation today. Quite possibly late implantation could have occurred 5 days ago. Do you know what I mean? I'm really clinging on to, I could still be pregnant, but I could have miscalculated my cycle. All because of that OPK. I never got a true positive. It could be because of the shittiness of the tests, I don't know. I'm at Jan's now, guys. I'm going to finish this vlog here. It's going to be a short one today. I love you so much, all of you. Love to Jem, who's got Herbie, who's now, I think he's, wow, he must be coming up to a month or 2 now, but she's doing so well with her beautiful 6th baby, and she is my inspiration. She copes brilliantly with her 2. She's her 6. She's got 3 boys, 3 girls. She's in the magic of it all, and I love you loads, and I really appreciate our friendship, babe, even though it's a message now and then. And yeah, friendship to obviously Katrina and Kathy and Maria, who's just had her pink little beauty. There's loads of you that I could mention, and stay supporting me. Ingrid Ingy Mama Love on YouTube, Ingrid Ingy Mum Love on Insta. Let me know what you think. I know it's a rant, I know I'm going on, and I know you couldn't really see me, but here I am. I look awful, and I've just arrived at Jan's for some reflex, so she'll obviously steer clear of the really important lines, and hopefully I'll either come on in the next day or 2 and start a nice brand new cycle, or which will be cycle 4 after the miscarriage, or it will be hopefully a pregnancy test at the end of the week with a positive. I don't know. I really don't know, guys, but love to all, friendship to all, and remember, thumbs up and subscribe. Them subscribers have stuck on 670. Let's get them up. See you later. Hi guys, I'm back just to finish off the vlog. Oh, I always say that I'm not going to chat on, and I think, oh, I will have a chat. So I've just had reflexology, absolutely amazing. I spoke to Jan saying that I'm a day late on my period if it's like, you know, if I am 28, 29 days, but she just said She said the crystal sees 6 babies and sees you pregnant end of September, so perhaps the crystal's right, not the tarot's. But she said in her gut she feels it's going to happen in October. She said she thinks Vashti's reading's going to be right. She said although the crystal was like, it was so weird when we did the crystal last week. It was like, she said, is Ingrid pregnant? And it just went like that. Not yes, not no. Is Ingrid going to be pregnant at the end of September? Yes. And is she going to be pregnant in October? Yes. So she said the crystal was saying end of September, October, and hesitating at is she pregnant. So then that puts in my mind perhaps the ovulation was later. Perhaps I did ovulate on between days 18 and 20. And then the baby dancing we did on day 16 and day 18 would have been brilliant and valid. Because yeah, we did day 13 and 14, missed 15, and did 16 and 18. So, you know, that was all good. We definitely ticked the box of 7 baby dances mid-cycle, and we went on 2 times more than we normally would have, because we would normally baby dance up to day 14, then stop, and then let nature take its course. But this time, I mean, there was a time in, I think, after my first miscarriage, we sort of just went for it. And I think I told you guys, I'm gonna have to open my window a bit. I have got aircon, but it'll take ages for it to kick in. I'm getting really hot. It's like an Indian summer here. It's gonna reach like 26 degrees, which is quite hot for us anyway. There's gonna be a mini heat wave this week, just as I've put all my summer clothes away, apart from a few vest tops, which is why you'll see me in these vlogs wearing the same things. I've only got a few summer clothes left out. Anyway, so that is where I'm thinking, we've done the baby dancing, which we went a little bit longer. Apart from that time, ages and ages ago, where we literally started baby dancing day 9, and we did it every single day till almost I came on my period and I wasn't pregnant. We've literally done 2 to 3 more baby dances than we would have done. I would have normally stopped after day 14, unless my ovulation said otherwise. So I am thinking in my head that possibly I ovulated later. I've got no symptoms of coming on. Jan was like, I don't know, I'd like to say you are, but I thought you would have shown by now on a pregnancy test. She said, I really thought there was good chances too. But yeah, so I just had reflexology. It was really good. She felt lots of grindiness in my back, which is fair enough, because my back, I do get back pain periodically from an accident I had. So I had the reflexology. We chatted loads about babies, but like Jan says, she sees it happening soon. My other friend Joanne, she had her baby, and she said to me, perhaps it's going to happen how it happened for me. You know, we were similar ages, so you know, perhaps I'm going to have my last baby similar age to when she did. I don't know, I have no idea. But like I say, my friend Zoe had 2 miscarriages and had been trying for 18 months and fell, and she's due in December, so that's all good. Gemma, who I've mentioned earlier on, she's just had her 6th baby after, you know, trying for, I think she tried for a year for the 6th baby, because we were always texting each other, oh, we're testing and TTCing at the same time. That's how we got chatting, and she joined my channel and we became great friends. So lots of your stories give me immense hope. Vashti gives me huge hope, and so does Jan, and just my mental well-being. I'm on a good page at the moment. I'm just about to go and see Katrina. I've got her, like I say, some bits to drop off, and I just think when people are at this sensitive stage and they've only just given birth, her baby is literally only 6 days old. So I did say to her, look, I'm dropping food, I don't want to stay, I'm absolutely fine, we're just saying hi, bye. And she's like, I really want to just see you in the garden for 5 minutes and thank you for everything. I'm like, honestly babe, I didn't have any visitors for ages. And she's like, no, I definitely want to see you. So I'm seeing her literally in the garden for a quick 10 minutes, but I did say to her, I've got a mask and alcohol gel and we'll be outside, so I will look at the baby but I won't hold him. Simple reason, at the moment with COVID, I just would be, all my friends and visitors, I always make them take off their shoes, wash their hands thoroughly with alcohol gel or antibacteria anyway, and then I don't normally have visitors until the baby's a week old. I just have like my 2 besties and my mum, because I'm really like, I don't really want them to have too much interaction until they've had their injections. at 6 weeks. That's how I feel as a mum. I didn't even go down the primary school till the baby was 2 weeks old. I think she was like 13 days old when I went down to do my first school run, because I just enjoy that first 2 weeks, just me and Aaron and the kids being a bubble, and that's what Katrina's enjoying. And I said to her, God, honestly, I don't mind if I don't come in. And she went, no, I'm keeping it to just my really close bubble, but I count you as one of them, so I want to see you. So that was really lovely. But I did say to her, ping me a text in the next 10 minutes if you change your mind, because I don't mind. Because your emotions are up and down. 1 minute you're on cloud 9, next minute you feel alone, next minute you feel happy. There's so many emotions, plus you're feeding constantly, so you're tired. So yeah, I'm just on my way to see her and hopefully just have a little look at her Bubba Boo. That's not the name, but I'm not giving the name because obviously that's her personal thing. But yeah, I'm totally excited where she's at, and I've been glad to help, to be honest. And when you're in this bubble, literally, like I said to all of you, if you've got a friend or nearest and dearest expecting, don't always take a card or present for the baby and just email or text. Best bet you can do is text, would you like this lovely meal that I'm cooking? I've made too much. And I'll leave it on your doorstep. I'll knock the door and go away. And do you know what? They'll probably say, oh, yes, please, because the thought of opening the door is really daunting because they can't be bothered to talk to anyone. And a lot of the time you just don't want people to come in your house because you haven't had a chance to tidy, or you just feel a bit like in a cocoon. So by saying a hot, healthy meal free on your doorstep and no interaction is sometimes really appealing. And I know that sounds awful, but believe me, I've had 5 kids, and I think 3 out of the 5 pregnancies I felt like that. So anyway, I'm at Katrina's now. Lovely to speak to you all. I'm seriously signing off now, joining these 2 vlogs on and posting it today. So happy Tuesday. Let me know your comments down below whether you think I might be pregnant, whether you think I might just be late because of the miscarriage, or whether you think I might have ovulated late. Appreciation to advice is accepted. I accept advice, that's what I mean. I'm so excited about seeing the baby. Anyway, see you later, guys. Bye. Hi guys, I thought I'd tag this on. So I've just seen Katrina's baby. Oh my God, he's amazing. And it's just, she let me have a hold as well. And it's just so, oh, it was so lovely and heartwarming. And oh, it made me feel so special that she actually let me into her garden and have a hold, because I know she's got a lovely friendship group and she's only connecting with a small bubble. I think like her mum and her best friend and her fiance. And she's just going to do it very slowly. Like most new mums, you don't know what to expect or how emotionally you're going to be affected by the birth or how you're going to feel. And Katrina is in that bubble like I was with my first, where, you know, it was the unknown, a bit more frightening and intense than you maybe thought. You might have a really simple, quick, no pain relief, hassle-free birth. It's all, everyone's so different. That's why I always don't go into my first birth very much, because I think every individual experience is that individual. So when Katrina asked about my births, I was saying they've gone from long labours to short labours. You know, some were a little bit stressful, some were fine. And I kept it very, very mild in telling her, and just gave the tips that she needed, like fluffy socks when you're in labour, and lots of lip balm and lots of hydration and cereal bars, and, you know, and be prepared if you go in there. Don't be a hero. If you want a bit of gas and air, have it. If you want a bit of paracetamol, have it. If you want the next thing, have it. You just want to come out with the best outcome for you and the baby, and whatever route you go down is personal to you, and no one should judge you, and no one will judge you if they're a nice person. So yeah, I just went, and Katrina is in that emotional, lovely bubble where you just want to be with your immediate family. And I did say, look, I'll just drop the food that I've got and meet up another day. But she let me in her lovely little garden with her rabbits hopping around for an hour, and we gossiped no end. It was nice because she got a chance to tell me how she was feeling emotionally. Maybe she spoke about things that she wouldn't necessarily want to speak to her other half about because it's boring. I mean, that is her best friend and her soulmate, obviously. But, you know, sometimes us girls just want a natter, don't we, about food and school and hobbies and things that aren't to do with, like, things that interest them, I suppose. So it was just nice to have a girly catch-up. And, you know, it was an hour of speaking about the birth, the feelings, about how gorgeous he was, about how she's feeling, but also we had a chat about recipes and other things and how I was in my first birth, and it was a really good connection time. that's what I think is important. Sort of give your friends or your family breathing space. If they've just had a baby, offer to take round a meal, or say I'm here if you want to email me, text me, call me, or if you do want me to visit, I'll visit. But I understand completely if you want that 2-week bubble of just you and your family on your own, because it is very intrusive sometimes if you go round, even just go round and go, hi, I can stay for 10 minutes, do you want me to put the kettle on? Sometimes it's like, no, I don't want you to put the kettle on. I literally don't want to make anyone a drink. I just want to be left alone. And it sounds horrible, but we all react differently. And I didn't even want a drink anyway, because I'd just had a drink and I'd just had my reflexology. But I just wanted to see how she was as one of my bestest friends, and she's doing so well. And it just shows you how people are different. You know, she's choosing the co-sleeping route, she's doing breastfeeding. You might choose the bassinet or Moses basket near your bed and express feed straight away, or bottle feeds. Whatever you decide, there's no rights and wrongs. You just want your baby to be content, happy and healthy, and you to be the same, mentally balanced and happy and healthy. And yeah, so I had that amazing blessed time with him, and he's gorgeous. And Katrina, well done babes, you are doing so well. And it just made me more broody, and I was thinking, hold him close to me, it'll give me baby dust. But as I say, I'm on cycle day 30, no show in my period. It is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've peed lots, wiped lots, not a sign at all. A little bit of CM, nothing untoward. I don't feel like I'm coming on my period. So if I am late, perhaps my cycle's going to be 33 days again, and then I'll just wake up in the night and be on, and it was a late period again. And then next cycle, everything will be back to normal. Or perhaps I am pregnant, and yeah, I just looked up online. It says reasons for a negative test. It can be you're intensely stressed. Yeah, I have been a bit stressed with sending the kids back to school. It's a big worry, especially sending the little one back to nursery. I do worry. And like I said before, my kids stayed off yesterday just with snotty sneezes, because I just wanted to keep them cocooned for another day, get them really souped up with fruit and veg and lots of my sort of fresh air and exercise, just so I knew that they were okay for today. So it is a little bit stressful when you've got that going on, but I'm not super stressed like I was with the homeschooling. That was probably another level. And then when I fell pregnant and miscarried, I think the weather was grim. We couldn't go outside too much. It was cold and dank and wet. And, you know, it was just a lot of home baking and shutting doors, wasn't it? So that didn't help. So I was stressed then, but I don't think I'm stressed now. Not as much. On a scale of 10 being stressed, I'm probably on anything from a 4 to a 6. So nothing too untoward. And that is just generally the worry of the COVID with the kids going back to school. There's nothing like worrying with my relationship or finance or anything like that, which is good, really. So yeah, so I don't think that's my cause of my late period. I think it may well be the miscarriage. You know, like I say, this will only be my 3rd period since the miscarriage. A lot of people can take 6 months for their body to adjust. I know a lot of you have got in contact with me and said, Ingrid, we haven't tried, we've left it 6 months, we've tried and then we fell. Some people just don't wait for a period, try straight away and fall straight away. There's no right or wrong. You just got to do what you do. I went for it straight away as soon as my bleeding stopped, and like I say, this will be my 3rd period since the miscarriage. So yeah, 4th time of trying, but 3rd period if I come on. So I was thinking maybe I just ovulated late. Maybe that day 12 was just, it was just sensing a little bit of LH, which was a little bit more so than usual. I got that almost positive, and if I'd have carried on testing, it wouldn't have peaked till day 18, another 3 or 4 days. I don't know. Have no idea, because I stupidly did that one on the vlog and then didn't test again, couldn't be bothered. So I'm just wearing a panty liner and I'm in the dark as much as you guys. I did a pregnancy test today, as I said, negative. I've thrown it in the bin actually. I didn't want to stare at it too much because I kept staring at different lights going, is there a shadow, is there not a shadow? Well look, I'm on day 30, no period. If I ovulated day 18 to day 20, I could be anything from 10 DPO to 12 DPO. Cheapy tests wouldn't show probably until 13, 14 DPO, i.e., you know, 2-3 days after implantation. So I'm holding on to the hope that maybe I ovulated day 18 to day 20, and today I am 10 DPO to 12 DPO, and I've not shown because of the pregnancy test. But yeah, there's situations where you can be stressed and not show. You might just be on medication and get a negative result and no period. It says you could be using your pregnancy test wrong. It also says it was the hook theory or something. I didn't even look into that. I don't know what that is. I might look into that and check. I have no idea what that is. The hook theory, don't know. Obviously, there's lots of reasons why it can show negative. I might have just had a longer cycle this time. My cycle might have been 35 days and I was fertile on day 21 and I didn't catch, the seed wasn't there and the egg passed and that's it. And I'm going to come on later. I don't know. Or maybe it's a case of what happened right at the beginning when I finished breastfeeding. Do you remember? I was only finished just breastfeeding. It's the longest I've ever gone. I think it's something like 38 days or 37 days. Then I came on, had loads of reflexology and vitamin C and all that to bring on my period. If you put a heat pad on and take vitamin C, it brings on your period. You can only do that when you're not TTCing though. And I wasn't TTCing. It was a month when I wasn't TTCing. I'd just come off breastfeeding. I knew 1000% I wasn't going to be pregnant and I really wanted my period to start. So I had intense reflexology, took 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C and a hot water bottle on my belly, and it did after 2 days bring on my period. You shouldn't do that if you're TTCing though, just in case you have ovulated late and then conceived, because it'll bring on a miscarriage. But yeah, I've only ever really been in this sort of situation when I've miscarried or when I've just started my period after breastfeeding. So I don't know what's going on. Please follow me if you're not already. Join the family, ask questions, comment down below, thumbs up please, no thumbs down. Videos are shocking because I'm filming on a phone and I grab any little moment spare, and the film that you're going to see before was me driving. It was wobbly, the sun was bright, but I was concentrating on the road, so it's just really an update of how I'm doing. When I come on AF, I will do a little vlog if I can, or I might just pin something on Insta, so get over on Ingy Mum Love. So it's just the same as my YouTube but without the A on the mama. See you later guys, baby dust talk.